The school kids called her Quiet Lady. Every morning at the same corner, directing traffic without saying much. Margaret Reynolds never bothered anyone, just smiled and waved them through. Until 8-year-old Emma Watson didn't come out of school, and the words, "Code Yellow, missing child," came out of Margaret's mouth. Welcome to Still Human. Before we dive into this incredible story of courage, hidden identity, and second chances, let us know in the comments which city you're watching from today. We read every single one and love connecting with you. If you believe stories like Margaret's about the silent heroes living among us need to be told, hit that subscribe button right now and help us make sure these unforgettable stories are heard. Because Margaret's Secret Service past and her fight to save a child is a story we all need to know. Margaret Reynolds, 58 years old, school crossing guard at Abraham Lincoln Elementary for 3 years. Quiet, reliable, never talks about her past. But Margaret had secrets. The locked box in her closet, hidden behind work clothes. Why she never flinched when jets flew overhead, and why her hands never shook. Every morning, exactly 7:45 a.m., same corner, helping children cross the street. But Margaret's eyes constantly swept the area, not like other crossing guards. Professional surveillance, exit points, suspicious vehicles, unusual behavior patterns. Nobody noticed Margaret's tactical awareness. Until that day. But before that day, I need to tell you about Margaret's past. Because 15 years ago, Margaret failed to protect another child. 15 years ago, Washington, D.C., Agent Margaret Reynolds, one of the Secret Service's finest. Riverside Elementary, presidential school visit. Seemed like routine duty. Margaret was the lead agent that day. Just another school visit, she thought. But that day, everything went wrong. A 7-year-old boy, Timothy Chen. Protocol required all children to be security screened, but Margaret noticed something. Timothy looked scared. Margaret's instinct said, "Approach the child, talk to him." But protocol said, "Maintain distance, focus on the president." Margaret chose protocol. That's when an unscreened visitor breached the security line. Panic, confusion, chaos. Timothy was traumatized in the confusion. Margaret failed to protect Timothy. The child survived, but suffered trauma. Margaret's career ended. Never again, Margaret promised herself. Never again will I fail to protect a child, and she punished herself. 8:15 a.m. All children were at school. Emma wasn't. Margaret's heart raced. 15 years of training kicked in. Her eyes scanned the area. Professional threat assessment. That's when she saw it. Blue van, third time circling the area. Margaret had seen this pattern before, in Washington, pre-attack reconnaissance. But now she needed to find Emma. Margaret rushed to Principal David Martinez's office. "Is Emma Watson here?" "No. Why?" Margaret's voice changed, authority tone. "I need to see the exit list. Now." Martinez was surprised. This wasn't the quiet crossing guard he knew. "Mrs. Reynolds, you open the security cameras. I need to see the last 30 minutes. As the cameras opened, Margaret's eyes scanned the screen professionally. Frame-by-frame analysis, movement patterns, suspicious behavior. Martinez was impressed. "Did you work in security?" Margaret didn't answer. She found Emma on the screen. 8:07. Emma leaving the school exit. 8:09. Walking toward the parking area. 8:11. Video cuts out. Margaret's face hardened. "Call the police," Margaret said. "Now." Martinez asked, "Mrs. Reynolds, what exactly?" Margaret cut him off. "Secret Service. 15 years protecting the White House. And today, I'm going to find Emma." But Margaret didn't say why she left that job. That story was much darker and much more personal. Detective Sarah Collins arrived at the scene. Margaret spoke with her, but this time not secretly. "Agent Reynolds," Margaret introduced herself. "Former Secret Service. I need your help finding Emma." Collins saw Margaret's tactical knowledge. "What do you know?" Collins asked. "Blue van. Been circling the area for 3 days." Margaret pulled out her notes. License plates, times, patterns. Collins was surprised. "How long have you been collecting this?" 2 weeks, Margaret replied. "Pattern recognition. Child abductors always follow the same pattern. First they observe the target, then they learn the routine, then they strike." Collins asked, "And you knew this because—" "Because for 15 years I assessed threats to protect the president's life." Margaret continued, "But today I'm protecting Emma's life. And this time I'm following my instincts, not protocol." Collins asked curiously, "Protocol?" Margaret's face darkened. "Last time I followed protocol, a child was traumatized." She reached the industrial zone, abandoned factories, perfect hiding place. Margaret's training kicked in, silent approach, observation, threat assessment. She found the blue van, hidden behind a factory. Margaret circled the building. Entry points, exit routes, security vulnerabilities. Sound came from inside. Emma's voice. "Mommy! Where's Mommy?" Margaret's heart clenched. She remembered Timothy's trauma. "This time will be different," she whispered. Margaret approached the building, looked through the window. Emma was tied to a chair, scared but not injured. The kidnapper, Thomas Brennan, had a record, had abducted children before. Margaret opened her radio. "Collins, location confirmed. Need backup." 10 minutes away, Collins said. Margaret looked at Emma. The child was crying. 10 minutes is too long, Margaret said. And at that moment she decided. Put protocol aside. Not like the day she couldn't protect Timothy. This time she would follow her instincts. Margaret entered the building. Margaret silently infiltrated the factory. 15 years of Secret Service training was now active. Moving in shadows, making no sound, avoiding detection. She approached the room where Emma was. Brennan was on the phone. "Yes, I got the kid. Where's the money?" Margaret waited, waiting for the right moment. Brennan hung up, approached Emma. "Don't worry, little lady. You'll go home soon." Emma crying. "Where's my mommy? Will mommy come?" That's when Margaret made her move. "FBI, hands up." Brennan was shocked. "What? Who are you?" "Agent Reynolds." "Release the child." Brennan panicked, moved closer to Emma. "Stay back. I'll hurt the child." Margaret kept her composure. Hostage negotiation training. "Thomas, stay calm. Nobody will get hurt." Release Emma, let's talk. Brennan. No, you called the police, didn't you? Margaret. Thomas, I just want to talk. Emma's family is waiting for her. Weren't you a child once too? Brennan hesitated. I just want money. Margaret. Money can always be found, Thomas, but Emma's life can't be repeated. Think of a mother. Her child is missing. How does she feel? Brennan's eyes filled with tears. I missed my mother so much. Is that why you're doing this? Because you're lonely too? Brennan dropped the knife. I just want someone to care about me. Margaret approached. Thomas, I understand you, but Emma is innocent. Release her, let's talk. Brennan released Emma. Emma ran to Margaret. Mrs. Reynolds. Margaret. No need. This is my job. Carol. Your job? Aren't you a crossing guard? Emma. Mom, Mrs. Reynolds is Secret Service. She protected the president. The story spread quickly. The next day, the whole neighborhood was talking. Margaret Reynolds, former Secret Service agent, saved Emma Watson single-handedly, has been living among us for 30 years. A week later, school board meeting. Top, Margaret Reynolds' future. Parents packed the auditorium. Principal Martinez. We're discussing Margaret Reynolds' situation. She hid her Secret Service background. She violated procedure, but she also saved a child. One parent stood up. Margaret is our hero. Another parent. Our children are safe with her. Emma's mother, Carol. Without Margaret, I would have lost my daughter. This woman protects our children every day. I don't care about her past. I care about her future. Everyone in the hall applauded. Principal Martinez. Margaret Reynolds, are you here? Margaret stood up. Yes, sir. I apologize for hiding my past. But I wanted to protect children. I couldn't protect Timothy. I protected Emma. This is my second chance. Martinez. Margaret, we have an offer for you. Would you like to be head of school security? Responsible for all children's safety? Margaret, with tears in her eyes. I accept. The hall gave a standing ovation. Emma ran and hugged Margaret. Now you'll always be here. Margaret. Yes, Emma. I'll always be here. 1 month later. Margaret was no longer just the corner crossing guard. School Security Director Margaret Reynolds. She had an office, a security team, expanded responsibilities. But every morning she still stood at that corner, helping children cross the street. The difference? She was no longer hidden. Children called her Agent Margaret. Parents trusted her. The community had accepted her. Emma came and hugged her every morning. Good morning, Agent Margaret. Margaret. Good morning, Emma. I'll protect you today, too. And she really did protect them. The trauma from the day she couldn't protect Timothy was behind her. Margaret had finally forgiven herself. Because she had made the most of her second chance and found her most important mission, protecting children. Margaret's story teaches us this. Heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes they wear crossing guard vests. What matters isn't where you serve. It's who you... If you enjoyed this story, click the like button. If you want to hear stories of heroes like Margaret, subscribe. And tell us in the comments, what hidden heroes have you noticed around you? Maybe your story will be the subject of our next video, because everyone has a story to tell, and we will continue to tell these stories. Don't forget to subscribe to Still Human.